Hey guys, just gonna be kind of documenting my R90 install. So I just have the R90 in there, just got started here, just removed the cowl, which wasn't too bad. There's a bunch of guides online, and also I think Malone has a post on how to get to the ECU, which you had to remove the cowl, but yeah, a couple bolts there. Just got the engine bay off. Quite a little bit of oil on the lines here. I might have to do some of the turbo feed lines and stuff like that in the future. But yeah, I'll kind of keep checking in once I get into it here. I think the next thing I'm going to do is just get the intake manifold off. So it's just the next day. I didn't get too much installed last night, so I just took off the air boss just because I was thinking I'm going to remove the radiator fan just for some more space here. But essentially I just removed all the cowling in the back, the brace, the support here to the struts, just so I can get off the engine cover. And then the intake manifold was, I think, 7-11 millimeters in the middle, and then 12-10s that stay on the intake manifold. And then just popped off the clips for the, I guess, the throttle body here, pop that off. So now I just have, you can see, sorry, I was just saying, yeah, I'm going to be removing, so yeah, the 17 millimeter hex is in there. And just to get a little more clearance, I think you have to remove these coolant lines, and it just routes over to here as well. So this will give us more room to get to the fuel pump anyway. So I'm going to do that right now. And remove the, right here, the coolant line here at this end here, and then also at the T where it tees off, right here. And then what we had to do to get to there's 3 bolts on the fuel line. What we had to do was we just took off the hard line here, and then the hard line that goes in the fuel pump, just to give us more room to get off the last 13 down in the corner. And then we just cut off, because we're going to be removing this banjo bolt with the fuel pump. We don't need this anymore because we're going to be running a 3/8 fuel line here to here. So we just cut it off here, and then we'll just pull it off at the T and run our 3/8. And then this one was just this line here was just a close hose clamp that we unscrewed and pulled off. So we're just going to work, we just unscrewed the bolt, and then we're just going to work on getting the fuel pump out with the tool. So definitely don't loosen the fuel pump first. We put it back 1 bolt in just because we're a bit scared, but definitely put in that tool first, the remover, just so it sets it properly, keeps the timing, and then remove the fuel pump. And then yeah, you'll tighten this one to push out the fuel pump, and then it'll come out. We had to remove, or we didn't remove, but we just loosened this bracket here just so we could finesse the fuel pump out. But yeah, just maybe put in the timing tool first and then loosen the fuel pump, but hopefully everything's still good. So that's the banner bolt that we just cut off here. So we're just going to work on taking this off the T, and then just run our 3/8 fuel line to the new fuel pump once we get it installed. Alright, so just trying to get the new fuel filter in, or the fuel pump in. It was bumping into the oil filter housing bracket. So all we had to do was, just on this side closer to the intercooler, there's going to be 2 bolts. The one closer to the intercooler is going to be the second bolt. It was a 14 or a 13. And then the one on this side as well right here. And then we're just going to,
13.
Yeah, 13, and the one on the bottom was a 10. So yeah, 13 and 10, and then we'll just cap off this bracket here with a bolt. So instead of just replacing the bolts instead and getting rid of the mount, we decided just to do a little bit of modification, just cut out the bracket a little bit more, just in case in the future if we're doing our power steering pump, we don't have to take off the intake manifold to get to, you know, the bolts that we would have, or the nuts that we would have placed there instead. So after cutting this bracket, it helped. It cleared the first bracket when putting in the pump, but it was hitting the second one right here. So what we had to do is we just sanded the R90 a little bit, just so now it fits in perfectly. All right, so we just got the 3 bolts in here, and then we're just pretty much gonna remove the tool here, the fuel pump tool, and there's already videos on YouTube about that. But yeah, we're just gonna clean up and hopefully everything is working. Yeah, we just got the car started. We had to prime the pump a couple times to get it started, but it looks like everything is running good. So yeah.